Hey guys, it's Jen Lefforge. Welcome to my channel. I am so glad that you are here today for this very special video where we are going to be talking Disney Vacation Club perks. What are they? What are they worth? And does it mean you should buy direct from Disney in order to be able to take advantage of them? I'm glad you're here. You guys like these ears? These are my Sully ears. I love my Sully ears. I don't wear them very often, but I figured you guys would appreciate them. So before I get started, I do want to let you know that today's video is being sponsored by our friends at DVC by Resale. They are the Disney experts. If you are looking to buy Disney Vacation Club or sell your Disney Vacation Club contract, definitely contact Chantel and her team. They will make sure that you get a fair price for your contract or that you are able to purchase a contract for a fair price, and they will not steer you wrong through what can be a complicated process, but they've streamlined it. It's very simple. You can do it right from the comfort of your own home, and I hope that you will give them a call. So a lot of you talk about perks when you are a Disney Vacation Club member. And when you purchase resale, when you purchase Disney Vacation Club, which is Disney's timeshare offering, and I'll put a link right here to my entire playlist with all of the Disney Vacation Club information, there are certain perks and benefits that you receive when you purchase direct from Disney that you do not receive if you buy your contract on the resale market. Now, when we talk about the resale market, basically you are buying a contract from another member who has decided that either they want to purchase a different contract or they no longer are maybe going to Disney like they used to. So you're using a broker like DVC by Resale, and then you can go and buy that contract from another member. We have done that a couple of times. It has been a great way to save a significant amount of money. Kind of depends on where you're buying, but you can save anywhere from $10,000 to $15,000 to even more, depending on where you're trying to buy and how many points you're purchasing. So that is a significant amount of money. For that savings, however, there are some perks that you lose. I am fortunate that we also have a contract that we purchased direct from Disney, so we are able to take advantage of all of the perks of having bought directly from Disney. But today I want to go over exactly what those perks are, kind of what the basic dollar value is of those perks, and which ones of them you can actually recreate on your own and still save thousands of dollars by using the secondary market to buy a resale contract of your Disney Vacation Club points. So let's dive right in. I'm going to start with just letting you know that I will, at the very end of this video, be giving a very brief statement on what I think about the new resale restrictions. So those of you that have been begging me to do an episode all about that, I will give a short disclaimer at the end, so make sure you watch all the way to the end if you want to hear my opinion on the new restrictions that Disney has imposed on resale contracts. So you'll want to stick around for that. But the first thing that we're going to talk about, and the one that I actually take the most advantage of as far as perks go, is your annual pass holder discount. Now, this discount can save you anywhere from just maybe $150 all the way up to almost $400, depending on what kind of annual pass you typically buy. It is a significant amount of money. So I am not going to undercut at all the fact that the discount we get as Disney Vacation Club members who bought direct is a lot of money. When you look at the fact that you could be saving $10,000, $15,000, maybe even $20,000 on that initial contract buy, you can kind of weigh for yourself if that is a perk that is worth spending that extra money. So that is something for you to think about. Another perk that a lot of people talk about is your 20% merchandise discount that you do get if you buy direct from Disney. Now, this one is really easy to recreate because if you plan on being an annual pass holder anyway, it's the same 20% off that you get as an annual pass holder. There are also various discounts at restaurants and spa treatments and various other discounts that can apply. Those do tend to change from year to year, but most of them you may also take advantage of as an annual pass holder. And some of the restaurants have more heavily discounted prices for annual pass holders than Disney Vacation Club members. So I don't really consider that as a major incentive to buy direct from Disney. Another big perk that people often talk about that you don't get if you buy resale is the ability to sail on the Disney Cruise Line. Now, I love the Disney Cruise Line. I just got back from the Disney Cruise Line, but I will tell you, I would never use my Disney Vacation Club points for the Disney Cruise Line, even though I have the ability to do so. And here's why. It is a terrible value for your points. If you go and look at the point charts, and with all of this, I always expect you guys to go and do your own homework. This is just sort of to get you started thinking about it. But if you go and look at the point charts for the Disney Cruise Line, you would come out far better if you were to rent out those points and use the cash that you received to pay for your Disney cruise. It is not a good value, and it is, for our family, not a way that we would ever use our Disney Vacation Club points anyway. So for us, that was not an incentive, whether to buy resale or to buy direct. Another big benefit that people always talk about is Moonlight Magic. Now, for those of you who don't know, Moonlight Magic is a special ticketed event that is just for DVC members who have purchased their contract direct from Disney. It's a lot of fun. I was able to attend the one at Epcot and I loved it, and we got free dinner and we got free ice cream bars, and it was, however, a little bit crowded. We did have to wait in line for rides, and although I loved it, I have heard much better experiences from people who have purchased the hard ticketed events for the after hours magic that's offered at all of the parks. Those tickets run around $125. So that is actually a perk that you could recreate. Now, are you going to get, you know, the DVC member dance party and all of that? No, but for me, if what I wanted was kind of more of a, you know, after hours private event feeling at one of the theme parks, I would definitely probably choose the after hours event as opposed to Moonlight Magic, even though Moonlight Magic is free. So again, that perk is not necessarily something that I would say would make the difference of $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 for me to have the ability to attend the Moonlight Magic party. Another big perk people talk about are the lounges. Now, there is a little bit of a misperception here. There is one lounge that you have access to no matter how you bought your Disney Vacation Club contract, and even if you're renting points. If you are staying at a Disney Vacation Club property, you can actually go to the Top of the World Lounge at the top of Bay Lake Tower. That is not restricted in any way. As long as you are staying on Walt Disney World property, if you're a member or if you are renting points from a member, you have access to that lounge. The lounge that is restricted to only DVC members who bought direct is the Epcot lounge that is above the Imagination Pavilion. Now, I love this lounge. I was just in there. I will show you guys some footage of what it's like while we're talking about it. It's lovely. It's air conditioned. There are places for you to charge your phone. There is a drink station, and they come around with, in our when we were up there, it was Doritos or animal crackers. Now hear me, that is a very nice little exclusive area. But I could buy a lot of my own Doritos or animal crackers, and I could head over to Tutto Gusto and have a wine flight and some tapas and have an amazing couple of hours and pay far less than the $10,000 to $15,000 I'm going to save by buying my contract resale as opposed to direct from Disney. So hear me, that lounge is fun, it's nice, it's a great perk. I would not pay thousands of dollars extra in order to have access to that lounge. So for me, again, that is not a perk that I would pay a lot of extra money to be able to have access to. Your customer service and your experience at in your actual villa when you're on vacation, exactly the same. I have never once had anyone at Member Services treat me any differently because I happen to have a resale contract. We only just recently became owners who purchased direct. This last contract we bought at Old Key West, and I can tell you, there's no difference. You're gonna get exactly the same customer service. Your villa is gonna be exactly the same. So what you're getting for your points as far as your accommodations are concerned, there is absolutely no different. So that's really something for you to consider. Some other little things, you don't have the ability to book Adventures by Disney. Again, that's not a great use of points in my view. You don't have the ability to book the regular hotel category, which is really not a good use of points. One misperception I have heard people say is that they were under the impression that if you bought resale, you couldn't use your points in California or in Hawaii. You 100% can. Your points are good at all of the Disney Vacation Club properties, which is a good segue into what I'm going to say next, which is except for if you buy resale at Riviera, or if you buy a resale contract right now, you actually cannot use those points at the Riviera or any resorts that are built thereafter. So you will be restricted to those first 12 Disney Vacation Club properties. And if you buy Riviera resale, you will not be able to stay in those first 12 DVC properties. I don't see that being at all a detriment in buying resale DVC, and here's why. Those 12 properties are amazing. You're talking Grand Floridian, Polynesian, Bay Lake Tower, Beach Club, Boardwalk, Copper Creek. I mean, gorgeous accommodations. Our home resort, Old Key West. You could go to Disney your whole life, and with those 12 resorts to choose from, those are some amazing categories. Now, do I love that if you now buy resale, let's say if you bought Old Key West resale, you can't stay at the Riviera? No, but if you really want to stay there, no one's saying you can't pay cash to stay there. So that's another one of those perks that you could easily recreate by paying for a stay at Riviera, which actually you could book right now. And again, if you're saving $10, $12, $15, $20,000 on your purchase, then, that really kind of puts that in perspective. It's like, hey, if I really want to stay at the Riviera or whatever resorts they build thereafter, pretty confident Disney will still take my money to stay there on a cash reservation. So maybe if your heart is set on that 1 year, maybe you could rent out your points from one of your other resorts and you could go ahead and stay at the Riviera or whatever other resorts they build thereafter. I hope that that makes sense. I know that a lot of people, when it comes to purchasing something like Disney Vacation Club on the secondary market, might be a little bit nervous. They might feel like, oh, you know what? I don't know if people are shady. I want to work direct from Disney. I want to just make sure that your mind is put at ease. This is a regulated real estate transaction, and you do definitely want to go with a reputable broker. Again, the sponsor of this video, DVC by Resale, Chantel and her team have taken care of our family now for 2 separate transactions, and we have always been very happy with them. They will make sure that you are getting the right contract for the right price and in the place that you want to see you and your family vacationing for many, many years to come. I hope that this helps. If you're considering buying on the secondary market, but you're just not sure if it's right for you, hopefully this helps you put a dollar value on some of those perks, and you can make an educated decision on if those perks are worth the $10, $12, $15,000 extra you will be paying by buying your contract direct from Disney. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.